Alright, welcome back to another edition of Four Downs with Danny J and Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright, he's still not here. Won't be here this week. With third down, I want to talk about two events that I'm really excited about this coming weekend. The first of which is the start of the Hexagonal. It's World Cup qualifying here in CONCACAF. It's a North American league for soccer. And the biggest game, the biggest rivalry is USA-Mexico, and that takes place tonight, the first time. 6 teams. They all play against each other, round robin. And the top teams go to the World Cup. They qualify it for in Russia. It all starts tonight against Mexico in Columbus, Ohio, kind of the unofficial home away from home for the United States men's national team. They're playing in Columbus. I love it. And the last 4 times they've played against Mexico in competition here at home, they've played them in Columbus, and it's been 2-0, 2-0 for the U.S. I don't know if I expect that to happen again tonight, but I'm really excited to watch. I think it's going to be a really fun match, really fun game. With the roster that we have, it's a really good mix of experienced guys and youth coming up. With the experienced guys, you got guys like Michael Bradley. He's going to be the captain, the stalwart out there. You got Timmy Howard back in goal. I love Tim Howard. I've been a huge fan of his. I didn't like when they were playing Guzan and switching back and forth. Tim Howard is in key form right now, especially if you saw their MLS Cup match, the playoff match that they just had, and in PKs he stopped 2 penalty kicks. Like, Howard is good. He's awesome. Jermaine Jones is back after being in an injury all season, but he played a pivotal role for the Colorado Rapids. You got Josie Altidore. You got a lot of really good guys. You got some good youth. You got Christian Pulisic, the 18-year-old. He's playing over in Germany right now and tearing it up. The kid is fantastic. He looks like one of the faces of the future for USA Soccer. John Brooks, he's going to anchor the back line. You got other guys like Evan Horvath. He's a backup goalkeeper. This will be a good experience for him to be there with Tim Howard and with Brad Guzan to see how these long-time internationals, carry themselves in the way they approach the game. You got some other young guys. You got Julian Green back on the team. Caleb Stanko, I don't expect him to play much. Lyndon Gooch, he's shown nice form in the couple times that he's gotten in lately in those friendlies. And Cameron Carter-Vickers, another 18-year-old. He's playing in England, and teams are really high on him right now. He doesn't have a cap for the U.S. He says he's committed, but I know the English national team has looked for him, and they have a lot of interest. This kid's good. He's a center back. I don't expect him to get a start, but he may get in there. You never know with Jurgen Klinsmann. Who knows what that guy's thinking? As far as my starting 11 for the game tonight, obviously Tim Howard is going to start in goal. It's been announced. Along the back line, from the left to right, you got Fabian Johnson. That guy's very, very talented. Just stalwart back there. I love the way he plays the game when his mind is in it. Too often I feel like he lets his mind wander and doesn't give his all. But when he does, he's fantastic. John Brooks and Omar Gonzalez, I expect to start at center back. It's unfortunate for the team that they don't have Jeff Cameron, who he and Brooks have a really good chemistry, but he's injured, and fortunately we don't have Jeff Cameron. But Gonzalez has been playing really well. He's had good success against Mexico, so I'm excited for that. And you got DeAndre Yedlin. I would expect him on the back right. I know Klinsmann has been a little critical of him as of late. So you may see Matt Beasler, start at the back right. But I really think it's going to be DeAndre Yedlin. And it's going to be important for him to bomb up and down the field and get those crosses in. The kid is fast. He's good. And, we'll see what happens. In the middle, I got Christian Pulisic on the left side. In the middle, I got Michael Bradley and Jermaine Jones. I think Jones has proven himself time and time again to be one of the favorites for this current regime in the U.S. men's national team. And I got Bedoya on the right side. And up top, I got Josie Altidore and Bobby Wood. Both those guys are good. It'll be a little interesting to see how we function without, good old deuces. But I think we're going to run a 4-4-2. I think we're going to try to have a wide open game. I expect Mexico to be much the same. And I really feel like U.S. is going to come out in this game. I really do. History's on their side. It's a good crowd. And, I'm excited to see that. Also, you got U.S. playing in Costa Rica next week on the 15th. That's going to be a tough game. It's very, very hard to get a result in Costa Rica. If we can come out with 4 points, a win and a draw, I'd be very happy. Even if we get 2 draws, I'd be very happy. But I think we should win tonight. I think it'll be a close, hard-fought game. I don't know if it'll be 2-0. I would love that. 2-0. It's also a good chance for America to come together, to unite behind something. With this nation as divided as it is right now, this will be a good way for us to kind of come together. Also, another event I'm really excited for, UFC 205 takes place tomorrow night in New York City at Madison Square Garden. Professional MMA has recently been legalized in New York, and this is the first major event there. And I am really excited. This card is stacked. You got headliners throughout. You got Jim Miller versus Thiago Alves and Liz Carmouche versus Katlyn Chukagjian. Liz Carmouche has fought for the title. Jim Miller, he's a fan favorite. He's been doing it 15 years. Thiago Alves, he used to be he was right there at the top for a while. Katlyn's up and coming. Like, these are huge names, and they're on the Fight Pass prelims. You can only stream them online. But these have all these guys have been main card people. And then you got the prelims on Fox Sports 1. Unfortunately, one of the fights that I was really looking forward to won't take place. Kelvin Gastelum versus Cowboy Donald Cerrone. Gastelum didn't make weight, so that fight got scrapped, which is unfortunate. I love watching Cerrone fight. He's a fan favorite for sure. Just goes out there and has fun. And his leg kicks are nasty. So I'm sad that we won't get to see him. But the rest of the prelims are stacked. Rafael Natal and Tim Bosch, look for a knockout there. Those are 2 heavy hitters. They're just going to come out wildly swinging. That one's going to be fun. Khabib Nurmagomedov, he's been injured, but when he's fighting, he is nasty. And he's got a great draw against Michael Johnson. Michael Johnson's a skilled striker. He was a wrestler that turned striker. Khabib is a fantastic wrestler and submission artist. I think that one's going to be a really, really interesting matchup. If you were to pick one fighter to be kind of Khabib's nemesis as far as stylistically, it'd be Michael Johnson. That one's going to be really fun to watch. Frankie Edgar and Jeremy Stevens. Edgar, obviously, long storied career. I believe he's from New Jersey, and so it's right in his backyard. And Jeremy Stevens, I mean, these two are just going to go out there and throw hay. I expect Edgar, who's a little more disciplined. He's a little better at his in and out, getting in, a couple strikes here or there, getting out, and he's a better wrestler. I expect Edgar to win. But that's a really, really fun prelim. And the main card, you got 3 title fights, you got a title eliminator, and you got a former champion also. Start with Miesha Tate and Raquel Pennington. Miesha Tate was Raquel Pennington's coach on The Ultimate Fighter. Tate obviously was the title holder for a while. She beat Holly Holm in dramatic fashion, and then she lost her title to Amanda Nunes. But that should be a good fight. I expect Miesha to come out and win. But look at, she was the headliner at UFC 200. I realized there were things that went on, but 2 of the biggest fight cards, Miesha's been on the main card. That's because of her draw and her appeal. She's a good fighter. Personally, I think she's going to win that one. Then you have Chris Weidman, Yoel Romero. Weidman is my personal favorite fighter right now. I love what he stands for. I like who he is. I like his style. Former champion there. He defeated Anderson Silva twice. Vitor Belfort. He lost to Luke Rockhold for the title. And whoever wins between Weidman and Romero is going to get the shot at Bisping there at middleweight for the next title shot. Joanna Jędrzejczyk. I can't pronounce her last name. Joanna versus Karolina Kowalkiewicz. Jędrzejczyk. That's it. Carolina's up and coming, but Joanna's so good. I don't see anyone in her weight class beating her right now. She's a skilled striker. Amazing striker. Very technically sound. She has a motor that doesn't ever stop. So I expect Joanna to win. It'll be interesting to see how her new camp. She's recently moved to the U.S. from Poland to get in a different camp and get a little different vibe, some more help, be around some more champions, and I think it'll be good for her. And that's one of the 3 title fights. I expect her to retain her title. And then you have Tyrone Woodley versus Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. Woodley recently took the title from Ruthless Robbie Lawler. Sorry, blanked on his name there. Woodley's good. Does he have the gas tank to go 5 rounds? I don't know. Stephen Thompson's a really fun fighter to watch. Really an orthodox, very, very smart fighter as well. I like both these guys. Woodley's more of a wrestler and more just a powerful striker. That guy's got some power for days. It'll be interesting to see. I don't think he's fought anyone like Stephen Thompson. These guys don't like each other. Woodley felt very disrespected before the last title fight, before he earned the title, because he felt like Thompson was looking past him. So there's a little bit of bad blood there. And it'll be interesting to see what happens. We'll make our picks in 4th down, but I'm excited for that fight. And then last but not least, the main card, the main fight. It's Conor McGregor is fighting for the lightweight title against Eddie Alvarez. He's the current featherweight champion, hasn't defended his belt yet, but he's been in big money fights lately. McGregor, what can you say? He's volatile. He's confident, cocky, arrogant, and he can back it up. Eddie Alvarez recently won the title. there at lightweight from Rafael dos Anjos. And he's got what it takes to take Conor McGregor down. And he's got a good ground game. McGregor likes to stand up and brawl. Eddie Alvarez is not afraid to go to the mat, take things down. And it'll be interesting to see if Conor wins. He'll be the champion of 2 divisions. He said that he wants to take time off after this fight, no matter what. He wants to take time off. So what's the UFC going to do? Are they going to have him vacate one or both titles? Tell him to pick which one he wants? And then what does that mean for the rest of the divisions? You know, is Jose Aldo going to get his shot at redemption at McGregor? Is Khabib, assuming he wins this fight, going to get his shot at lightweight? He feels very disrespected. It'll be interesting to see. I'm really excited for this card, really excited for the matchups, and yeah, really excited for the Hexagonal. Lots of good sports to watch. So comment below, let me know who you think, who you like, who's going to win. And yeah, we'll see. And this has been another edition of 4 Downs with Dan J and Mr. Wright.